me about what is taking place today.
Let's have a little talk, my viewers and subscribers. Things that happen in the youth days. Tell me if this ever happened to you. You probably a big man like me in your 60s or in your 40s or in your 50s or in your 20s, your 30s, you're probably in your 80s watching this video. Tell me if this, what I'm talking about, ever happened to you. Or you have any experience about these things in your childhood days, because I am talking about childhood situation. No, there's a lot of things that happen in my childhood days that I can just talk about, and it would be nice if this was a situation where me and you can literally have this one-to-one talk, face-to-face. But today, I was just listening to something, and this bring back some memories to me in my childhood days about when your parents send you out to do things. And one of the things that's come back to me directly, there's got a few things that I remember, yeah, I know about, but this one really come back to me, yeah? And what it is, you know, your parents, as we send you to the shop, and they will give you, they never used to give you a note. You know, they will like, cause you know your parents, them don't read and write good like other people. And then send it to the shop and they can't write a note to give you to go to the shop. So they say, all right, go to the shop and buy this. And I'm talking about you're probably what? 10-year-old. And probably even 11-year-old, who knows? But you're going down the shop and you start to sing. Quarter pound of rice, quarter pound of sugar, a tin of milk, and you start to name out the things them that your parents send you go buy. You name them out as you go in. So in your head, in your mind, you don't want to forget these things. So you start to call out the name of the things them that your mother sent you to buy. And my viewers, all of a sudden, you might be meet a friend. And what? You have a little bit of conversation with that friend. Yeah? But by the time you finish talk to your friend, everything gone out of your head. And you start to think, oh my God, what did mama ask me to buy again? And you start to walk down the road and you start to think, your brain start to think, and it start to come back to you. And when it start to come back to you, you start to sing again. You start to sing them. And you reach like 3 doors from the shop. And just about to go into the shop. And what happened? Everything was gone. Another time, you will remember the things all along from the house. But this is the shop pizza. Just to step up into the shop. Somebody in front of you. And everything just gone blank. You can't remember what they sent you to buy. No. You can't go back home because the shop is not near to go and ask your parents what the thing is. So now you have to sit there and start to bust your brains now. What is it? And what happened? You remember 2 of the item or 3 of the item and you can't remember one. And you start to think. Sometimes you end up remember all of the item and you buy them and you carry them home and you're fine. But another time, you struggle to even remember the first item. But let me tell you something. For who remember and get the things them and go back home with them fine, that's wonderful. But let me tell you another history. There's another thing that we used to do as child. And although we know we're going to get beaten for it, we still do it. And my viewers, let us be honest. Let us be honest. If this ever happened to you, Seriously, type it in the comment section. There's a thing called Red Herring. Is anybody remember Red Herring? Is Red Herring still in Jamaica, in shop, or anywhere else? Wherever you're watching from, if you ever find yourself in this situation, seriously, type this one in the comment section. In my 60s, I am 66-year-old, and I am telling you, this is things I used to do as a child. My mother sent me to shop to buy Red Herring. Sometimes you might buy a whole Red Herring, or you might buy a half a Red Herring. There's a thing in the Red Herring called the egg roll. The egg roll is a little thing go down in the middle of it, and it has a little small thing like egg in it. Have you ever tear that out and eat it before you go home? Have you ever tear a piece of the Red Herring itself and eat it before you go home? Because let me tell you, Red Herring and crackers used to be nice. Red Herring and crackers used to be nice. So we actually used to go to the shop and we buy all a Red Herring with a friend and a pack of Jamaican crackers, and we sit there and eat that. But when your parents send you out, it's a different story. Because when your parents send you to go buy one Red Herring or 1 pound of Red Herring, and when you go back home, they run your mouth of it. What you go to the parents say? You put it down in the kitchen and you go and about your business. And when you come home, your parents say, what happened to the Red Herring? Mama, me don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Me say, Mama, me don't know. I put the Red Herring in the kitchen. And you what? We have sisters and brother. You in there. And what? And you name the Red Herring. You know you name the Red Herring. You come home with it and you put it down. And you go blame your brother and your sister them. And you down them trouble it. Have you ever done that? The next thing I want to ask, have you ever do something and blame your sister and brother for it? We are all guilty of it. So let me know if you are one of them who used to steal from your parents and deny it. Because we are adults now. We can talk about things like this. And it's nice to hear your comments and your feedback. How you lie. Let me tell you another thing I used to do. I was bad. If you know what a cabinet is, let me tell you, a cabinet is a thing where your parents keep glass and plate what they don't use the cup and saucer in. So in the West Indies where we're growing up, we have everyday things, and we have the things that keep in the cabinet we only use when Christmas time or when certain people come around to the house. And our parents, our mother, used to keep certain things in the cabinet. Like, sorry, I want to burp. Sorry. Yeah, our parents used to keep certain things in the cabinet. Like, sorry. One of the things that you just keep in the cabinet is like a tin of milk. So if your mother bore a tin of milk, she will carry it and lock it up in the cabinet. And sometimes she will fry some nice fish, herring sprat and all of these fish, and she will lock them up in the cabinet. She will make blue jars, what we call tire leaf, and she will put them in the cabinet. So when we go to school a man time, they will take out 1 blue jars and cut it in 2 and give it half. So everything we go in the cabinet, only use when mama want them to use. But me personally, if you do that, let me know. We used to take a spoon and we used to put between the cabinet door like this. And you prise it like that. So when you put it in there, you prise it like that. And the cabinet door will open. And then when the board probably bend like this, so it will open, and you do like that and it will open. So when you're going to lock it back, you shut it, and then you put it back through there, and you twist it again, and lock it. So at all time, we can go into the cabinet, we can take out what in the cabinet, we can heat, and when mama come and it's happen, nobody now want it. Nobody now want it. So I am asking this question tonight. My viewers, wherever you is around the world, and you are watching this video, if you ever steal from your parents as a child growing up, have you ever lied to your parents as a child growing up? Have you ever blamed your sisters and brothers, your siblings, for something that you do? This is the question I am asking in this video because I am a big man, and today I was looking at something and these things bring back a lot of story to me. And you know, story, I don't have anybody to share these talk with, but so I'm sharing it with you, my viewers. One of the other things that I want to share with you tonight is follow a friend and do things. Have you, my viewers, ever follow a friend and do something that you regret? Let me give you one. I remember about the age of 15, 16-year-old, in them age there, I run away from home. And I was sleeping in Coronation Market in Kingston. And I met some friend where I was hanging about with. And one day, I went to the friend house. And these are big men, me a young boy. And they were smoking chalice. Listen, if you are a young boy or a young man and you are smoking chalice, are you smoking weed? Listen to my story. I said, I was with this group of people and I went to the house and they would sit underneath a guinea tree in our yard and they was loading a chillong pipe, what they call chalice. And I sit there with them, I think it was about 6 or 8 people, between 6 and 8 people sitting underneath this tree. And then load up this chillong pipe. And it was going around in a circle. And I remember when I think me was the second to the last person this chillong pipe reached. And when it reached me, and I take one draw out of it and I let it off. I take the second draw and I give it to the next person beside me. And it finished there. And let me tell you something. When it finished, then decided to reload it again. But before it reload, I feel like I want some water to drink. And I said, you know what, let me go to the kitchen and bake some water. When I go to the kitchen, this girl, Nalda, she give me a glass of water. This place is a place called Bond Street, through the plain of Bond Street in Kingston. And listen, I feel my throat dry. And I go to take a sip out of the water and the water just go clop, clop, clop. Like nothing in my throat was dry. And I drink off the glass of water. And I was turning back to go back where the group of people is. And like a spirit said to me, said, no, don't go. Carry on. So I never tell anybody what I was doing. I open the gate and I leave. Through the plain, Bond Street, down Darling Street, Spanish Town Road, and I was heading to Hearts Parade. I reached a place called Grassyard where they sell coal. And I was running. And I hear a voice said to me, if you run, you're gonna mad. So I stopped and I looked behind me. There was nobody behind me. And I started to run again. I hear the sound again said to me, if you run, you're gonna mad. My viewers, let me tell you, I stop in my track. I stop in my track. I look behind me and I remember that where I was going the wrong way. I was supposed to be going in the market because the lady who I live with, she have a cook shop in the market. So I turned back and I went into the market. And let me tell you something. Underneath the stall where the people then pack up anything when they finish sell, it's empty. I share out a plate of rice and peas and chicken. And I went underneath that stall. I went underneath there. I heat off that plate of chicken and rice. And when I finished, same place the plate put beside me, I fell asleep. I was out of it. When I don't know how long I sleep for, but let me tell you, when I wake up, the clothes that I have on, it was soaking wet. It was soaking wet. You could literally wring water out of it. And let me tell you something. I was fine. I sweat it out. If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't even hear today talking to you. I would probably be a madman. So I have a lot of some history that I can tell you about. Lot of history. I was driving minibus around town. And I went to Coronation Market one day and there was a street meeting that was going on. And the mother woman would carry the pencil in her head and stick it in her clothes. She have a big wrapper on her head and pencil stick up in it. And I stood there and I was looking, there was a lot of people standing there watching this meeting. A lot of people standing there watching. And all of a sudden the lady goes, come here. And I looked behind me to see who she had talked to. And she said, you, come here. And I walked over to the lady and she said, go and buy a dry coconut, bring come. Luckily, they didn't have money for me. I went into the market and I bought this dry coconut and I bring it back to give the lady. And as soon as I hand the coconut, like, the lady just take it out and just pash on my foot and break it. And she said, go your ways. Somebody is trying to poison you in a dragon stout. Plain and straight like that, the lady said to me. Yes, I love dragon stout at the time. When I am driving party for the day, every time you see me, I have a bottle of dragon stout between my legs. Because in Jamaica at them time there, you could drink and drive. Nobody trouble you. You understand? Because my bus route was from South Camp Road to Cross Road. And I'm carrying soldier and police. So they will see me my drink and they wouldn't trouble you. But the woman break the coconut on my foot and said, go. Somebody is trying to poison you in a dragon stout. And she never said another word to me. It finished like that. So, my viewers, my subscriber, listen, this is just a liquor story. And it's not a story. This is a true story. This is every word that I said to you. It is true. This is something that happened to me. I have so much things that I can talk about. Let me share one more with you before I end this video. I was learning mechanic trade with a guy. Many of you might know this guy because this guy is still alive. There was a guy living in Seaford, St. Thomas. His name is Willie. And he used to do mechanic work. He used to work on tractor and truck and all of these things. And I was learning trade with this Willie. And I remember one year it was Willie's birthday. And then decided to kill a goat. And I was there with them. I remember when the goat killed. I remember when the fire catch up. I remember when the pot go up on fire. I was there helping, doing things, and I was drinking a Red Stripe beer. And I am sipping this Red Stripe beer and putting it down. Sipping and putting it down, doing what I'm doing. Somebody have willfully laced my beer with whatever they lace my beer with, but somebody have laced my beer. Listen, I have never known when the food finish, when the pot cook, nothing. I never know. The next morning, I wake up. So as I said, remember me said, I know when the fire catch up. I know when the goat kill. I know when the pot go up on fire. But from Deso, I know nothing more. All I know, I was drinking a Red Stripe beer. And I was putting down my beer and drink. Somebody have put something in my beer. I don't know what they put into my beer. I was knocked out. There was a whole car there. I don't know how I get into the whole car, but the morning when I wake up in this whole car. I was weak. There was filth down my trousers. There was filth down the back of my leg. My viewers, the only thing I could do is draw myself across the scheme to the river. I take off my clothes and I chomp them out in the river. I put back the wet brief on and I spread my clothes on the sand. I was hungry, I was weak, but I have to hold there until my clothes are almost parted dry to get back home. And until to the day, I have never known who do this. But listen, my life, I can just go on and on and on and tell you about my life. So if you have any experience, my viewers, about what I'm sharing with you, please fill up these comments. If you watch this video and you have the slightest idea of any of these things I'm talking about, type it in the comment section and let's talk. Yeah? So if you like my story, please like, please share, please comment and subscribe to the channel and help the channel to grow. I am on the journey to 4,000 subscribers. Help me to reach there. as you will continue to do. Yes, remember, I am on the journey to 4,000 subscribers. Help me to get there. It took me a long time to reach to 3,000, but I am on the journey to 4. God bless you. Keep watching, keep liking, keep sharing, and keep commenting. We'll catch you on more. If you like this type of story, I have loads of them. I have loads of these type of stories. So if you like them, let me know. And we can dip into more of them. Yeah? All right.
Ready? Subscribe to Bunny7 UK. Best channel.
All right. Wicked, yeah?
Yes.
All right.